Had this lady with talk recording in progress.
Hi, Ezekiel. Good day. How are you?
Good,
Okay, well, that's nice. So how was your day today?
good. My day was good.
What
How
did
yours was going?
Mine was good. I was a bit busy today. I had a lot going on, and plus I slept because I was so exhausted. But I was okay. Can't complain.
Yeah.
Right. So remember we discussed about this meeting today. So
Hmm.
we are in the process of doing a short survey where I'm going to ask you some basic questions related to reading. Right. Now I mentioned before that this will be in chunks. Right. So this is our first session, which I'm
Yeah.
just going to ask some basic questions, and the next meeting then we'll go on to our next procedure, but I will explain further along that line when we reach that level. All right. So today we're just focusing on just getting to know a bit about you, getting to learn about your reading and what you like about reading and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. So I'm going to start off by asking our first question. So tell me, Ezekiel,
Yeah.
do you like school?
Yeah, I like school a little bit.
A little bit? What do you mean a little bit? Tell me about a little bit now.
Like to do maths and grammar.
Oh, you like to do maths and grammar.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. So, um, when do you grow up, Ezekiel? What do you want to be? What would you like to be when you grow up?
I want to work in the army.
Wow, that's good. Does anybody in your family works in the army?
I don't think so.
Wow, so that's great. So what makes you want to work in the army, Ezekiel?
It was fun. You know, fight back country.
Right. Okay. Well, that's really fascinating. I love that. So tell me about your reading. How do you feel about reading?
Good. I like to read about animals and things.
Good. Very good, Ezekiel. So what is your favorite book that you like to read? I know you like to read about animals. You have a particular kind of animal books that you have in mind?
Nah, I read all kind of books about animals.
Good. Very good. So what kind of animals in particular? Or is it just all animals?
Like snakes, mammals, elephants, and things, and reptiles.
Okay, good. And when you when is the right time you like to read? Is it morning time? Is it evening time?
Anytime.
In the evening time you like to read.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very good. And so what we know is the pandemic, so you're home, right? And everything is basically done online. So you're not really getting that feel of the in class. So how do you feel after your online session, after school? How do you feel about that?
I feel tired, sleepy.
Wow, tired and sleepy.
Yeah.
But what do you like to do after school? When you finish class, what do you like to do after?
Uh, I go and play or go and watch TV or watch Animal Planet.
Or Animal Planets, okay. And what do you like to read about apart from animals? Or is it that it's just animals?
Yeah, just animals.
Okay, great. And what stories you don't like to read about? Because we know you love animals, and I love animals
I
too.
think about the poaching about the animals.
Sorry?
The poaching about the animals.
Right. And is there anything you don't like to read? You said it's only just the animals. So what about storybooks in school and your reading book? You don't like to read those?
Nah,
All right, cool. But
not
why you
like
don't
to
like
do
to
it.
read those books though? I mean, there's so much things going on in school. Why you so much in love with animals and you don't like to read your own reading book?
I don't really know. I just like animals and like the animal book.
All right, is it because in the book have a lot of pictures and you could see the pictures?
Yeah.
Right, good. So I love pictures too. When I'm reading, I think I concentrate more when I look at the pictures and stuff like that. It makes me feel like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
right. So if
Like to read to the
sorry,
picture. I
could
said
you
I just like to read the books with pictures in it.
right, you just like to read books with pictures in it. Okay, good. I am the same. I love to read books, but I love to see pictures because, when books don't have any pictures, I get demotivated, meaning that I am not interested in reading at all, right?
Yeah, and you do like it.
Exactly. So, Ezekiel, if you have a choice, what story would you like to read about?
Mm.
It don't have to be any kind of stories. It could be, it don't have to be a story. It depending on what story or if there is any story at all that you would want to read about in the future or anytime. Or is it that you just want to stick with the animals?
Yeah, we stick with the animals.
All right, great. So tell me more about your reading experience because your reading experience is fascinating. I love the fact that you're so keen to pictures, and I'm just the same way. I'm just so much into pictures as well. So, you remember the last book that you read? I would assume that is a story, but can you remember when last you went through an animal book?
I had this book where I had this animal thing. I really like some weeks ago.
A few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay, all right then. So our next question, I think this may be a little contradicting, but
Mhm.
um, what are your three favorite books that you are in love with? Like, if you had to choose three books, you don't necessarily have to have three books, but in the event if you have three books, what are some of your three favorite books?
Uh, animal book, the Humpty Dumpty, and the nursery rhyme, like three books that I like to read.
Right, the nursery rhyme, the Humpty Dumpty, and about animals. Great choice. I think we have something in common, Ezekiel, because I
Yeah.
love those books. It's so much fun. So, what you love about the Humpty Dumpty? Let's talk about the Humpty Dumpty. What you like about that story?
And the three men at the corner pay him back.
Right. So, how much time you read that storybook, Ezekiel?
I really like more than one.
More than once. And what about? So, it's Humpty Dumpty. What was the other one?
Like nursery rhymes, like stories, like little mini stories.
Mini stories. So what is your favorite rhyme stories?
The roses, something. I forget the name of it.
Okay, great. And while reading these stories, right? While reading the nursery rhyme or the picture book, what story made you laugh or cry? Any story made you laugh or cry in particular?
Yeah, that is the one with the Humpty Dumpty.
Really? That made you laugh or cry?
Laugh.
So what was so funny that made you laugh in this one? I guess there's so much of things that was funny in the story because the story itself was funny, right? Isika? I think you mute. Hello? So Isika, we are back. It's nice to be
Yeah,
back because we had some technical difficulties just now and we're just
yeah,
unbalancing. We know sometimes these things just happen, right? But I'm glad that you're
yeah,
most important, right? So we're just going to continue where we left out. I was just asking you what story made you cry, and you told me, well, the Humpty Dumpty story that made you cry, and then we said, oh, it is because it's a sad story, right? And it's fun at
yeah,
the same time, right? So, which leads me to my next question. Um, so Ezekiel, do people in your family read?
yes.
Really? So, How many people in your family read? And
Ask my mommy read, my auntie, my granny, cousin,
right,
my sister, my brother.
right, okay. So what kind of books or items, what kind of stuff do they read about? I know, well, you mentioned a lot of persons,
On
your grandmother, your auntie, your sister, your brother, your mommy. So I'm guessing it's a wide variety, but do you know what are some of the stuff that they read about?
think some of them was like with papers I was reading, a book,
Right.
and I think that's all.
And what about the newspaper? Do mommy buy newspaper?
Sometimes so my granny does buy it all the time, and she just read it.
Right. Okay. Okay. Nice. Do you read the newspaper, Izika?
No,
All right, then you don't. I know you told me you don't like reading that much. You just like to read like animals and there's the little
yeah,
basic story rhymes and like the small storybooks and stuff. That's what and actually you don't like big stories as I could recall. You just like little
yeah,
short stories.
yeah,
Right. So Ezekiel, do you watch television, or do you play
yeah.
games? Really? And do you play games
Mhm.
as well?
Yeah, I play games too.
Okay, so what do you watch on TV? What are some of the shows that you watch? Or what are
As
some of the,
watch,
sorry?
as watch Animal Planet, people gaming, and some and others.
All right then. So what are some of the games that you play?
As play Minecraft. Sundays play GTA, my uncle, and Among Us.
Right. Okay, Ezekiel, but when you're watching television or you're playing games, how long do you usually do that for? So how long would you watch television for, and how long would you play games for? Do you have like a time limit?
No,
So you
as
if
in,
you like you could watch TV whole day long, or do you watch TV like morning, evening, morning?
I was watching nearly all the time, watch the morning, the evening, and the night.
All right, so you just take over the whole TV. TV is yours. Okay, that's great. So you watch TV like whole day, and do you watch the television with your siblings, or is it just you alone watch television
All of it is watch TV.
at the same time?
Yeah, we are sick to watch TV. But most of
Or
the time it'll be me watching TV because then I have work to do and my husband has Zoom to do. I don't get no homework and thing to do. So I had the
oh,
whole evening off.
right. So you're lucky because I mean, big as I am, I get homework. So I could say that you're very blessed. You know homework.
Yeah.
How do you feel not getting homework, Ezekiel? Doesn't
Fun
make
as I get to watch TV, I get to play on my tab, go outside and thing more.
right. So which one would you rather? To get homework or not get homework? Would you
Not
like to
get
get
homework.
homework?
Not get
Oh,
homework.
so in that way it gives you more time to play and watch TV and have more fun.
Yeah.
Right. So why you don't like doing homeworks too? I mean, homework should be fun.
I really like to do homework, there'll be plenty writing and thing.
And you don't like writing.
Yeah.
Now, what about reading? Is it that you have to do plenty reading as well?
No, we just mostly do maths and creative writing and social studies. We
Oh,
don't really write down like big paragraphs and things.
so it's like simple paragraphs. So, what about reading in school? Does the teacher do reading, allow you all to read?
Yeah, sometimes I do reading in school.
And how does that make you feel when they let you do reading in school?
Good a little bit.
A good, a little bit. So, tell me about a good, just a little bit. Is it that you don't really like it, or do you like it just a little bit? So, tell me about
I,
that.
I do really like to read it all the time in school.
Right? Because is it that it's not fun, or is it that it don't have enough pictures?
I
What
don't have
makes
enough pictures. Just more like writing and thing.
right? So
As
what
in
makes
like one or two pictures in it.
and you don't really like the book without any pictures?
Yeah.
All right. And what about what you have to read in school? What makes you don't like it that much? Is it that, okay, so we know that there's not much pictures, but is it that the
Mhm.
story is not interesting? Or is it that you're not really into the level of reading? Because I mean, you love to read like rhymes and stuff, and for your level, they will not do that in school. Or you will read higher books, like bigger books, you know. So is it that you rather read like the rhymes and poems and stuff, or is it that you're just really not into the reading this big storybook at school?
I just most like to do somebody reading all the time. But I really like to read big things all the time.
Right. Okay.
If I have
Okay.
to, I could do it.
All right then. Sounds good. So
Mhm.
if you had a choice, Ezekiel, between reading and playing video games or computer games, which one would you rather?
Reading, cause I get your education and get a good job.
Right, you could get a reading, a education, and good job. That's a very good answer, Ezekiel. I love that answer because you know everything in life you have to read, and I mean you want to become something. You said that you wanted to be a army. Am I correct?
Yeah,
Right. So you have to do a lot of reading. So now that you know you have to practice yourself to read other books. I mean, you love to read your little animal books and your little nursery rhyme books and stuff. So that's all good. That's a very good start, Ezekiel.
yeah,
Right? So that's it for today. That's all the questions. I don't want to ask you too much questions. I don't want you to
yeah,
be too bored because I obviously, you know, I am not showing any pictures right now, so you probably might not get so motivated in a sense. So next time when
yeah.
we meet up for our next interview, I will
Mhm.
probably have some pictures now that I know that you love your pictures and you love all this creative stuff. So I will try and be a little more creative with you the next time we meet up. But I just don't want to ask too much questions because you know it's not much. So you see how easy it was, Ezekiel.
Yeah,
So did you have fun today?
yeah. I had fun.
Really?
Just
So
want
what
to
did
answer the questions and things.
so tell me about today that you enjoyed. What you had fun about in just asking questions? I mean, it's just questions, right? We
Yeah.
didn't do anything like play games or watch TV. I just asked you questions and some really simple questions as well. So what did you really enjoy about our little meeting? I mean, we have a little more sessions, but I will
Mhm.
explain along what are some of the things that we're going to do next, right? But what did you really enjoy by me asking you questions?
When you ask me when I want what job I want to do when I get older,
Right.
and what storybooks I like to read.
Good. Very nice. Very, very good. So it was a pleasure being with you today, Ezekiel. I really enjoyed your
Yeah,
company. I really enjoyed, you know, some of the creative answers that you came up with. And I really, really learned about some of your interests about reading. And I appreciate each and every one of them. So, you know, I look forward
yeah,
having more of these little small sessions with you where we could actually talk more and get to learn more about each other. And as well as me learning about you, you will also get the opportunity to learn about me because you know I love to read books with pictures in it as well, right?
yeah,
And you know I really don't like homework. So that's why you're so lucky, right? So I'm just going to end today's session.
yeah.
Let me just stop the recording now.